Hello, and we are back with day 2's PowerPoint on the kingdom Animalia. So first we're going to start with the bell ringer, which is going to be over the topics that we discussed in the last PowerPoint 2 videos. So which domain includes the pioneer species of Earth? So remember, pioneer species are the first species in the area. So the pioneer species on Earth would be the Archaea domain, all the species in there. Because remember, Archaea means ancient. So which domains are prokaryotic? So those would be the domains bacteria and archaea because they are both only have prokaryotic organisms in them. Which domain is the largest group on Earth? That would be the domain bacteria, with the eubacteria being the largest kingdom on Earth as well. Which domain is characterized by organisms that live in extreme environments? So remember, archaea domain is the one with Archaea bacteria kingdom, and those organisms live in extreme heat, extreme cold. They live in super salty areas. They live in methane areas. So these are extreme environments. And then which domain is characterized by a cell wall with peptidoglycan? So remember, peptidoglycan is what is going to get you sick. So this is going to be the domain bacteria with the kingdom eubacteria. So now we're going to go back and we're going to kind of talk about the domain eukarya. So just a refresher, they are eukaryotic cells. Remember, eukaryotic, it's a good way to remember which domain the eukaryotic cells belong in. So now with this domain, the organisms can either be multicellular or unicellular, and they can get their energy from a plethora of places, such as consuming other organisms as heterotrophs or getting their energy from the sun as an autotrophs. Now, some organisms do both. Okay, just a reminder, eukaryotes, they do have a nucleus, they do have membrane-bound organelles. All right, now, the kingdoms in the domain eukarya are based on their cell type, their cell structure, and where they get their nutrients from. So today we're going to talk about the kingdom Animalia. Now, some of these animals are going to look very animal-like a tiger, and then some are going to look very not animal-like a sponge. Okay, so the kingdom Animalia. So these are eukaryotic cells. Again, they're in the kingdom eukarya. They are multicellular. So all animals are multicellular, and they are heterotrophic, which means that they need to consume another organism to get their energy. And also remember back when we were talking about the different types of cells, that animal cells do not have a cell wall. That's what separates them from plant cells. So again, they're eukaryotes, they're multicellular, they have no cell wall. They also do not have a chloroplast, because remember, that is what is in plant cells. They are heterotrophic, which means that they must ingest food from another organism. They must ingest another organism as food. They can do reproduction through mitosis, which is asexual, or meiosis, which is sexual reproduction, where you need a sperm and an egg. Now, most animals do sexual reproduction. However, some can do asexual reproduction. Now, animals are motile, which means that they can either walk, crawl, fly, or swim. Now, it depends on different types of animals. It depends on which part of their life cycle that they're in. Depends on when they can actually move around or not. And then the habitat. So animals live everywhere on Earth. Okay, so there's animals, you can find them anywhere. Bugs are animals, fish are animals, people are animals. So pretty much anywhere you can find an animal. Now, fun fact is not all animals are symmetrical. Some are asymmetrical. Some are bilaterally symmetrical, which we'll get into. And then some are radial symmetrical, which we'll get into in a little bit in the next video. So again, remember, you're going to answer a couple questions on this video in the Google form, and then we're going to go to the part 2. So this is the end of part 1.